Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Detroit Lions. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And we are underway from Ford Field. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Now a run. Here's the rookie from USC. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Right back to him on first down. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. The Lions are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season, and they fell in the opener. Got back on the beam with a win in week 2, but stumbled again last week to fall under 500.
And despite that stumble, I don't think anyone's too concerned because they've made mistakes that they believe are correctable. And this is a team still getting to know each other. I'm not that concerned, and neither are they.
Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. 7 yards there and a first down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
20! And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down.
Okay, let's do our version of name dropping here. Let's show off a little knowledge, right? The A-gap, the gap between the center and the guard on either side, right? Both sides. Control that. You're going to control an inside running game.
And he had to feel satisfied because he hit that gap, broke the contact. He loves that.
That's the best part, right? That's what he's going to ask the coach to run back on film.
Let me see that one more time.
Show that again, coach. Look how my legs kept turning. I just kept moving, and he did to the tune of a big game.
Okay, 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Dragon 60. Cowboy 80.
Hooker's going to throw it. It's complete to Williams. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Mustang 19.
3rd and 4.
Working out of the shotgun. Hooker trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. To the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. So just a tremendous play there defensively on this opening drive. Not just to make the interception, but to take it all the way home.
And it felt like this was a defense that was on its heels a bit to start this thing off.
Yeah, they pretty much let the other guys march right down the field until that moment.
Yeah, key play there, turned it all around. Big moment.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
You look at this Packers defense, and this unit very tough to throw against, currently second best in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 33-yard line.
Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Ready. 10 black, 10 cycle. Strike blue.
Glove. A throw left side. It's hauled in by Golden. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
He has it complete to Christian Watson. So the completion good for 6 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
And I think he just wanted to give the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Ready. Fight, black, 95.
Trying to run forward with Jacobs. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Now Love. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Alex Highsmith making a nice play and getting the sack. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. That's caught inside the 20. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 57 yards.
Ready.
Here's Jacobs. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. One more time with Jacobs. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. Love, this is third and goal. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Hooker. Over the middle, complete. That's Shelton. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First down. It's Shelton. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Come on, set. Panther 60, Panther 60.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Ready.
Throwing. Hooker. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result. That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play that time on a catch and run. 32 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Throwing. Love. Being chased down left. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Red, 38. Get him. Hut.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Like it's been this negative ways he just got back to the line of scrimmage, but when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
And everyone goes through this because even invested in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Trap 60. Go.
Here's Hooker. He's got it to Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Here's Hooker to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
At the Packers' 43-yard line.
Up the middle they go. It's Shelton. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here we go. Stop Warriors. 70, 18.
From the gun, it's Hooker. Got his man. It's Williams. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double and pick up 6. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Packers' 34-yard line.
Now Hooker going to change things up a bit.
Ready.
2nd and 4. This one swung out to Montgomery. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 23. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Come on. Mustang 19. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
Now Hooker. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down.
Ready, set. Curve 19. Curve 19. Ready.
Again, it's Hooker looking to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. That's complete right side. It's to Slaw. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions have got it back to within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 13-7. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Now a 2nd and 10.
Come on, Gerald Green. Sticky Green. Zoom black.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Out to the front. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone, a scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Here's Love. This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
First down, Green Bay.
Love now. He'll complete this one to Watson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
At the 36-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Ready.
Now 2nd and 5.
Blue striker. Here we go. 10 black. Black shot. Ready?
To throw now. Here's Love. That's taken in by Golden. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
First down, Green Bay.
Ready?
Love looking to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Going back to Love. This is intercepted. Jacorian Bennett has it. And the Lions are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Intercepted. The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
On the jump.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
30-yard lines.
19 Lions. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Hooker now off play action. He's got this to Williams, complete. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30.
First and 10 at the 30.
Hooker's going to throw it. And that is incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Here's second and 10.
Get it. 70 Timberwolves. Ready, right?
Working out of the shotgun, Hooker. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
33, yellow. Ready.
Love. That one caught downfield by Watson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. And his kick here is good. And they have regained the lead. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way to field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it. So they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Ready.
And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
First down, Green Bay.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now Love. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. In motion left goes Watson. Love going to give it up on the touch pass. And a nice move, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. Making the stop there, Daniil Hunter.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
3rd and 4.
Smack, red. Here we go. 52 points. Ready?
Back to throw. Love. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good. And that will push the lead up to 5. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
Well, the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Ready, ready. Ready, ready. 79, 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Booker. This to McLaurin out on the left side. Down the left sideline. Terry McLaurin. Touchdown, Detroit. Terry McLaurin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as a wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go. Now as they line up and kick this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throwing. Love. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7.
Hey, green, red, yellow, 10 black, black shot. Fight, 6. Hey, that's your man. Hey, blue. Real green.
Operating from the gun. Love. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Reed. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
On the set.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Able to find his man, Kraft. But he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They give it off here to the tight end. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting them a few yards.
Here we go.
Jacobs is in. Touchdown, Packers. Oh, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively, because to me, it looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4, fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
The Packer offense and Jordan Love staying out there, so they're going to try to go for 2.
Here we go. Here we go.
Will set up for the 2-point conversion.
6, mega. Blue striker.
They'll try and throw for it. Eluding the pressure right. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Let's go now. Ready?
They'll run on first down. Shelton. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 56 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Shelton. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Liking 18.
On first down, it's Shelton. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Ready.
Here's Hooker to throw it. Goes out left. It's caught by Williams. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams from 21 yards away. And the Lions answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here. And they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Hooker going to try to throw for it. That's caught at the 2. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Shoots. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Lions have recovered. So problems there on the return. Very costly. Not what you need when you just surrendered the lead.
Not at all, because this now has a chance to really snowball on them quickly. Their offense was on the sidelines talking about getting on the field and getting that score back.
They go play action. Here's Hooker. Steps away. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Hooker, he's going to move him around a little bit here. Quick throw by Hooker, complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. They'll run with Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Caught left side, Williams. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Now they empty the backfield and motion the man left.
Ready?
Following the interception, Love. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5.
26. Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a 4th quarter deficit, and they need this drive to end in points. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 88 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Not ready.
Looking to throw, Hooker. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Hey, smash! 7 Pirates! 7 Pirates!
Now Hooker. And that's going to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Throwing. Hooker. That's to his running back, complete. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36.
It's 4th down.
Hooker going to try and throw for it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
1st and 10.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ready, set.
2nd down and 6 now from the 26.
19, let's go now. 70, Timber Wolf.
Here's Hooker. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
And this offense on 3rd down today, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Block right, 26 yards. And the Lions have taken a 4th quarter lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
70, Buffalo 18. Ready,
They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Do you have one of those charts that tells you to go for 2 or go for 1?
I don't. I know you do. But I don't care what the chart says there. You got to kick it, right?
I agree totally, because somewhere the chart's something's gonna pop out of the chart and say, hey man, just get the extra point here. You're in good shape. I think they were chasing points there when they didn't need to.
Yeah, try to get a little bit greedy, take the lead in the 4th quarter. Now they still trail by 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Here's Love. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Alex Highsmith picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That sack doesn't change their offensive game plan. They always want to air it out and try and get the ball downfield quickly. They're going to have to block a little bit better, though, because the urgency and pressure just increase. Twice the distance now just to get a 1st down, and 1 less down to try and get it.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired, while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, move. You don't move. 45. 1. Set.
To pass. Here's Jordan Love. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st.
Well, he was looking at a dime formation, 6 defensive backs on the field, so he's looking for anyone to throw the football to, but he didn't have anyone open, so he took off and ran for it, but he came up just short, and that brings up 4th down.
Ready.
Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2.
Black. 95.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Here we go. This is 4th down.
Here we go. Ready.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Blue, 30, cut.
Love going to give it up on a touch pass. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll come up now. 2nd and 9. Here's Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down.
Here we go. Ready.
Love. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
On the double.
It's got to have it time. 4th and 9.
Come on, set. Red, 38. Ready.
Love looking to throw it. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. That would have been a 1st down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
That to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Panther 60. Panther.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go. Here we go. Cougar 19. Snap.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Shelton. Nifty move. How did he stay on his feet? And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Boy, missed tackles continuing to plague this defense, and they surrender another big play and a touchdown here.
Yeah, by my count, at least 2 guys had shots at it, maybe even more than that. But this defense, they've looked out of sorts all game long. That was definitely not one of their better efforts right there.
And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Set, hut. Black 40. Snap. Red. Set.
Now Love. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Here comes 2nd down.
Set. Ready. 10 black. Steel. Black. Ready.
Love. Able to connect with Jacobs. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are in the field?
Well, this offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Here's Love. Same target. It's Jacobs again. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged.
And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it, go for 2.
Wow, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Well, win it right now, have the momentum, go ahead and get it done.
So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one. So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready, set.
Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 7 Pirates, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
Here's Hooker. He's got McLaurin. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Dragon 60.
Now Hooker. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there. So the Lions now, they'll get the first crack at things here in overtime as we are back underway. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they get the ball first here in this overtime period. Remember, even if they score a touchdown, it's not over. There's always a chance to go and score a touchdown the other way, but they can certainly get a leg up with a solid drive here. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. He finds his man, complete. That's Shelton. And he'll get it out near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
Well, I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
At the 47-yard line.
Viking 18. Ready.
Quick throw completed by Hooker. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A few moving pieces on that play, because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, Sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. If you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game. And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Ready.
That's out to the left, flat and complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
At the 34-yard line, a 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a 1st down. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second down and 4.
Here we go. Start. Go.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
3rd and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up.
70 line. Ready.
Now a handoff up the middle. Shelton. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
18 Cardinal.
They'll go for it. Hooker. That is caught. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Ready? 19 Charger. 19 Charger. 19 18.
Watch the back on this play.
Ready?
Throwing here is Hooker. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
I do think it's fair to say they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Ready?
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
So that's it. No double overtime until the playoffs rolled around, so that means this one ends in a tie.
Yeah, that's ultimately unsatisfying for both teams. the fan bases. Heck, for us, we
True.
came here to see a winner, right?
We
a winner
did.
and a loser. We didn't get it. We end up with a tie. Everyone walks away. A little bit cranky on this one.
Meh.
Yeah, a little bit.
MEH, man. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Your blades are sharpened with precision, flashing your favorite point of view. I know you're waiting in the distance, just like you always do, just like you always do.